Hello, this is Kevin Buss, and this is our Finding Fido project. The first part we will go over is the harness, which is created by myself and Parth, and then we will go to the web app to showcase that, which is created by Elise, Sean, and Bill. Here is the circuit for the harness. I will break it down so you know what is going on here. Here is the GPS and communications board. Here is the IR receiver. Here is a simple circuit that controls when the motor turns on. Here is the vibration motor, which allows you to call or give commands to dogs who are deaf. This yellow jumper is used to power on the motor using a transistor. This orange jumper is acting as the RX for the IR receiver. And these yellow and blue jumpers are the RX and TX for the GPS and communications board. So here's the Arduino code that we have for the harness. This is just defining buttons that you press with the IR remote, and if it recognizes any of those buttons being pressed, it checks which one it is and then does a vibration pattern based on which button. So we see here we have 3 vibrations, 2 vibrations, and 1 long vibration. This part of the code is to gather the GPS coordinates and to send them to the web app. This is starting the connection to the web app, and then this part here builds the JSON coordinates based on the GPS location data, and then it sends the data to the web app. After that, it repeats. This right here is not functional because of a hardware issue, but you see right here it compiles perfectly fine.
Hello and welcome to our presentation of the Finding Fido web app. My name is Elise, and this portion of the project was proudly created by myself, Sean, and Bill. Today I'm going to walk you through the code that we wrote to create our application. So we chose to use Django for this project, and underneath each one of these folders I'm going to go ahead and explain how each one works. Under ff_app, this is our web applications files. These include our static content, data migration tables, middleware logic, front-end pages, web forms, and URL definitions, etc. Under our templates directory, this contains our front-end HTML files. Under our static directory, this contains our static web files, CSS, images, etc. Under our environment directory, this folder contains all of the files dependencies for activating a virtual environment for development purposes on a PC or a Mac. The current files are from Sean's Mac. If we were going to do this again, we probably would not include these files in our GitHub repository as they are different for everyone's PC, Mac, or OS. Changes to this folder do not equal changes to the web application and do not need to be version controlled for the project. Under our project folder, this folder is the Django project folder. It contains all of the parent files that we used for the entire project and all sibling web applications that are built as part of the project. If you navigate to our admin.py file, this is used to register data models to the Django administrative framework. Under apps.py, this is used to register applications in the Django project. Forms.py is used to define Django web forms used by front-end users to view or edit their pets, harnesses, or demographic information. Models.py is where we keep all of our data classes. Django uses this script to build the backend database, keys, relationships, tables, etc. Our current list of classes includes owners, pets, harnesses, and locations that each harness has been to, with a time, latitude, longitude, harness ID. Under urls.py, this is used to define URLs or URIs. Basically, this file acts as a switchboard operator between the front-end web pages and the middle tier logic.
Hey everybody, we are logged in to the Finding Fido web application. So our Finding Fido API accepts latitude and longitudes. To prove it, eventually our harness is going to send data to this API so that users can track their animals' movements on this map. For now, we're running into some hardware issues, so we're just going to use a Python script as a proof of concept. It's consuming our API, and it's building some JSON data that includes our latitude, our longitude, and the harness ID. The harness ID in a production environment would be an OAuth token or some other form of authentication. Right now, it's just a ID in our database. So latitude, I'm going to give it a fictitious number, 53 dot. Longitude, I don't even know if that's a real place. Harness number 3, I know that there's a harness number 3 in our database. And yeah, let's do one more. Provide a latitude of 400, longitude of whatever. And boy, our dog moved very fast, very far for a long time. All right, let's see here, 3, and no. All right, so I just sent these 2 sets of coordinates to our API from my local PC. Let's issue another GET, and there they are.